welcome back to WsCube Tech. So guys, in this module we have learned about JSON, that how we can convert, how we can serialize data, how we can deserialize data, how we can convert our Python data into JSON format and our JSON data to our Python format. In our today's session, we'll be talking about the problem solving. What we will be doing, we'll be solving one question over here.
Before that, if you want to become a successful data analyst and if you want to learn from our experts live, then you can call on the given number or you can fill the form that is provided in our description. Not just that, with our every batch, you will be getting 2 demo classes for free.
What we will be doing, we'll be solving few questions over here with the help of JSON. So first question over here says that convert the following dictionary into JSON format. This dictionary is given. X is the value of age from the given data. So we have a key age over here. We have to assess its value. Third one says pretty print following JSON data. So what we need to do, pretty print over here does mean what you think it means, that you have to make it into comma separated values and print it in separate lines over here with some indentation. So that means it makes your code look good over here. So that's why pretty print is the term over here. And sort the following JSON keys and write them into a file. So we have to sort them. Sort them means that we have to alphabetically sort them. That first age, that means A should come, then M, and then lastly N. So alphabetically A should come first, then M, and then N. So in this way we have to sort it, plus we have to write them in a file. Next we have assess the nested key marks from the following nested data. So we have a key over here called as marks. We need to assess it. So how we'll be doing that? We'll be seeing that in the solution of this problem. So let's get started. Let's one by one solve all these questions over here. First of all, talking about convert the following dictionary into JSON format. So to convert it into a JSON format, first of all, let me remove the comment from here. What we need to work on JSON. That's why we need to import JSON. After this, what we will be doing, we will be using our dumps method. We know that our dumps method converts our Python data into JSON format. So we'll be doing that. Now what we need to dump? We need to dump student data. So I'll create a variable called as data. Data is equals to JSON dot dump. What do we have to dump? We have to dump our student data over here, and we'll print it as well. That print data, print type of data as well. Now let's run and see what output we'll get. So you can see it was in a dictionary, but now it's coming in a string formation. That means this data has been converted into a string. Previously, without making any changes over here, when we have not used our dumps method, let's print its type. So print type of student data. So student data over here is a dictionary, but then inside the data, what we did, we converted it into a JSON format, and when we printed it over here, it showed us that it's now in a string format over here. That means it's a JSON data. Moving ahead, our next question says assess the value of age from the given data. So what we need to do, we need to assess this value. First of all, let's remove the dictionary from here. I already have imported JSON over here. I have not put it inside the comment over here. So I have this JSON data over here. What I need to do, I need to load it and get it back over here. How I'll be doing that? For that, I'll be writing over there data is equals to JSON dot loads. What will be loading over here? Our student data will be loading over here. And what do we have to print over here? We need to print the age from our data. So data inside we have age. Age is inside the double quotations because it's a dictionary. And now if I run it, you will notice that we'll get the output 13. That age is 13 over here. If I would have done it directly, if I would have written this directly without using the loads method, it would have thrown me an error that even if I do it for student data, it would have thrown me an error that string indices must be integer. That means we are talking about a string right now. Here it is a string, but then we converted with the loads method, we converted it into Python object. After converting it to a Python object, we can call for our dictionary functions. That is, we can write data, and inside the square brackets, if we pass the age, then we'll get the value of this key. Moving ahead, next thing is pretty print following JSON data. Pretty print over here means that we have to put separators over here, indentations, coloring, and all these things are done, but we will be doing indentation and separator over here only. So for that, what I'll be doing, I'll be dumping this data. First of all, that data is equals to JSON dot dumps. What we'll be dumping student data. We'll give a indent over here. That indent is, let's say, 4. comma, and a separator over here. That separators, you can see as soon as I write SEP, it's giving me a separators option over here. So separators is with the comma. So we'll be separating it with the comma separated values, and then after this we will print what? We'll print this data. Then we'll be using separators over here. What separators will be using inside the brackets? I'll be putting first will be the comma, would be separated with is equal to, and then we'll be printing it. So print, what do we need to print? We'll be printing the data over here. Let's run and see. So guys, this is how we have written data is equals to JSON.dumps. After that, we have written the student data inside which we had our JSON data. Then we have used indentation of 4 and the separators, commas and is equal to, and then we have printed the data. So let's run and see what output we will get. Once I run it, this is how the output looks like, which has an indentation of 4. It has equal to and comma, and you can see it has been printed very nicely. So this is called as pretty printing. Moving ahead, next question we have: sort the following keys and write them into a file. So here basically what we need to do, we need to open a file, and inside that we have to dump this data. Plus we have to sort the keys and then we have to dump it. So what we will be doing here, we will be writing in this way that we will be first opening the file, that f is equals to open. What file? I have already created one JSON format file over here, that is demo.json. So I'll be writing over here demo.json. I'll be opening it in the writing mode, so W. Inside this, what we need to do, we need to dump this data. So json.dumps. What do we have to dump? We have to dump student data. Inside f, indentation maybe, that indentation is equals to 4. And here what we need to do, we need to sort the keys. So there is this function called as sort keys over here, and sort keys is equals to, we don't have to write yes or no, we have to write true or false. So we'll keep it true, that the sort keys will be true over here. And let's print that the data has been added to the file. Here I will be writing a variable called as data. Data is equals to this json.dumps, and what we'll be doing, we will be writing over here f.write data. Let me put it over here. Now let's run and see what output we are going to get. One change I have made over here, that we don't have to write the f over here. If I write the f, it will throw me an error. So we don't have to write an f over here. We just have to run it directly. So this here, nothing would happen. But at the same time, if you will open demo.json in this way, it has been added over here with the help of indentation and everything. And the keys has been sorted, as I told you that it will be A, M and N. Alphabetically it will be sorted. So first alphabet A comes, then M, then N. So this is how it will be sorted. Moving ahead, lastly we have assess the nested key marks from the following nested data. So we have a nested dictionary over here. Let's first remove it from the comments over here. So we have a nested dictionary over here, and what we need to assess over here, we have to assess the marks key over here. Okay, so first of all, we need to load this data inside. So for loading, what we'll be doing, we'll be creating a variable data. Data is equals to, what I'll do, I'll keep the previous data also inside the comments. So guys, moving ahead to our next question, it says assess the nested key marks from the following nested data. So it's this data is in the form of a JSON. What do we need to do? We need to first convert it into our Python object, and then after that we need to assess what marks over here. So what we will be doing over here, we will be writing a variable called as data. Data is equals to JSON. First of all, because we have to load this data, that means we have to convert it into a Python object. So we'll be writing JSON.loads. Inside we'll be passing student data. So that means this has been converted into a Python object. Next thing that we need to do is over here, we have to print data is now the name of our dictionary. In the square brackets, our first key name, that is the student. So student will go inside the double quotations. In another square bracket inside, we have to go grade. So we'll be writing grade. Another square bracket. So in the next keys, we have name and we have marks. We don't have to go for the name, but we have to go for the marks. This is one separate dictionary. This is one mini dictionary inside the nested dictionary. So in this, we don't have to go for the name, we have to go for the marks over here. So we'll be writing what? We'll be writing marks over here. And as soon as I run it, I should be getting the output 87. So yes, we are getting the output 87 over here. This is how our method of nested dictionaries, that inside the nested dictionaries, if we have to find a key, we can find it if it is in the form of a JSON data. So I hope you guys have no doubts and no questions. In our next session, we'll be starting with a completely new topic. So stay connected guys, and I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.